I've been improving my communication skills for almost 4 years now, and in that time, I've been able to build up a decently social life. And one of the main mindsets which has kept me going through all of the kind of difficulties of this journey was always remembering that anything can be a W. What I mean by this is look at it this way. Most guys, I feel like, when it comes to, let's say, talking to a girl, only see a W when, for example, they take her phone number or they go on a date with her, right? When they achieve kind of something which obviously has a reward, like right, you walk up to her, you get a number, boom, the number is like the reward, and you can say that it's a W. But the problem with this is that it will get you to have way higher expectations for yourself when going and when doing anything, and you will find yourself super disappointed in most cases. Because the way that I'm kind of having this mindset of anything can be a W works is it works kind of like the basics of progressive overload. Essentially, let's say again, it's about walking up to a girl. If you're expecting to instantly get her phone number and whatever, the moment or any little thing that you could see as kind of messing you up in this mission would be enough to get you to not perform anything in the first place. Let's say you go, you want to get her number, but you see she's staying next to a guy. Now, instantly, you're gonna think, it's her boyfriend, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. And then you don't approach. But if you adopt the mindset that anything can be a W, then you realize that just walking up to her, right? Okay, your main goal is to get her number, okay. But you realize that just walking up to her and saying hello is still a W, that will get you to walk up to her and say hello. And sure, that guy might be your boyfriend, he might tell you to fuck off, but at least you walked up to her. You got that little bit of XP and you leveled up in your cold approach level, right? Which again, if your original plan, if the only thing that you saw as a W would have been you getting her number, you wouldn't have approached in the first place, and you wouldn't have gotten any experience in, in the start, from the start. You need to stop overthinking this so much as well, because so many guys spend so much time thinking about the exact thing. All right, let's say you want to walk up to a group of guys, right? You want to socialize. Most guys will overthink and start thinking, all right, this is my goal. I'm going to walk up to them. I'm going to speak to this guy, and then I'm going to speak to that guy. I'm going to say something funny, and then everyone's going to laugh. And then they're going to invite me to the next party that they're going to, and I'm going to get this guy's number, and then we're going to become best friends. And they overthink it so much to the point where now, when it comes to actually walking up to the guys, who have a ton of performance anxiety, because in your head, you made this like perfect scenario that you now need to follow, and that just stresses you out way more and it makes you way less likely to go and actually approach and try something. When again you have the mindset of like anything is a W, you realize that just walking up and saying what's up bros and fist bumping every guy, or just walking up and just being like hello is a W, that's when you will go and you will do just that. And then you will realize that, oh wait, now momentum, right, has picked up. You say hello, and then the guys say hello, and then you walk up and to the other guys and you fist bump, and then you start speaking about something, and then you end up saying something funny, and you end up becoming friends with them, right? But the only reason that you were able to do this, and the only reason you were able to muster up the courage to actually walk up to him, is because of the fact that you understood that just walking up to them was a W, and that the fear and the kind of anxiety that it took to just walk up was worth it because of the fact that it was still a W. A cool little thing as well, which help you as like an extra tip for the video with cold approaching girls, and as well, is once you adopt the mindset of like just approaching and saying something is a W, right? Literally have a go-to line. Like have some line in your head, something that you are going to say to, or that you can say to most girls when you see them out in the street or wherever, and just use that line instantly. Combine it with 3-second rule, which is the moment you see a girl, you walk up to her without starting to overthink, and you'll notice yourself approaching way more girls and getting like way more cold approaches and way more experience in that area. Because first of all, now you have something planned, right? You have the sentence in your head. So when you see the girl, you don't have to spend time thinking like, oh, what do I say? What do I say? And you don't have to start stressing out. What if I walk up to her and I don't know what to say and it's awkward and everything? I have an exact sentence. and you use the 3 second rule, you see her, and before you start overthinking, like, oh, is that her boyfriend, is that her mom, whatever, you just walk up to her, you will notice yourself cold approaching way more girls and getting a ton more experience. A solid go-to line as well, one which I've used very often, is, hello, I think you're cute, could I have your Instagram? Just say it like that. It's probably not the most productive one, right? If you watch some gurus on approaching and getting girls, they'll probably tell you that it's a horrible opener. But at the end of the day, it's not about me, you know, getting some high result, like getting her, like, or doing anything like getting her number or going on a date with her or anything instantly. My biggest goal was just walk up to her and say something, break the ice, right? Just that alone was a W. And the fact that I had this sentence pre-planned and combined it with the 3 second rule was the reason that I was able to do it in the first place. You should think of a sentence, think up a sentence which kind of correlates with the place where you live, with the kind of life that you live, and the kind of person that you are. But of course, it can always be as simple as, hello, could I get your number? I think you're cute. If you want to improve your social skills further and you want to learn way more about approaching and attracting girls, I have an entire module and entire chapters on this in my course, which you can check out by clicking on the first link in the description. It'll also take you to my free community, which is where you can hop on a free call with me and we could discuss any social skills problem that you might have and I'll try solving them. If you found this video helpful, I think you'll find a lot of value in this video. Click on the subscribe button and do the work.